can I get a big round of applause for the manager of the San Diego Padres, Mike Shildt, who joins us here on 97.3 The Fan. We are live in section 113. Mike, it is great to see you. You're looking great. How's the offseason been treating you?
Offseason been great. You know, a nice balance between recuperating, having a little bit of catch up on the personal life, but putting an eye towards 2025, and that's we're excited about it.
So I saw Jackson Merrill. He was out at fantasy camp. He wasn't playing, or he was getting his work in, and it's always nice to see. I saw him and Tyler Wade, and I asked Jackson, I said, how's your offseason been? And he goes, so boring. He's ready to get back. I mean, do you feel the same as the skipper? You've been around the game a lot longer than Jackson Merrill has. Do you still have that same enthusiasm to get back like he does?
Oh, absolutely. You know, there was a little bit of a downtime right when the season ended that was, let's just kind of decompress a little bit. But pretty soon after that, you get towards the holidays, it's like, all right.
Let's get back.
Let's ride.
So this is your first FanFest, right? Because last year got rained out.
Right.
And, I mean, what do you think seeing all this, the passion for Padres fans that come out here and this, just like the lines and everything, it's nuts.
It's outstanding. It's unbelievable. I mean, it really is. What an amazing group of fans we have. The support we get. I mean, it really is. It gives me goosebumps right now, and you talk about, like, the preparation, what that looks like. I can tell you, it's not that we need extra motivation, and I spent a lot of my offseason in town in San Diego, considered to be home. And so, bought a house and all the good stuff
nice.
Here. And
congratulations.
I'm San Diego. But my point being is, I love our community. And I love getting the community, and I love the genuine passion and love for the Padres that is really real. So when you have a day where you're like, no, man, we got to get this done for everybody out here.
We were just talking about how we talked to you after you had your contract extension early in the offseason, and that can allow a guy to establish more roots. And that's kind of an important thing, getting that security where you can become a part of the community as well.
No, it really is. I mean, listen, I've been really blessed to be in another organization for 18 years. And what I realized and studied successful, sustainable, winning cultures as a part of one, establishing a continuity with that here. And it really is just that. It's the continuity of an investment in the people. We brought our entire staff back effectively. Ruben, thankfully, has been extended. We match each other in our years together. Victor Rodriguez has been extended. So that continuity allows for us to be able to, and we're just getting started. I mean, last year, our first year, we were getting after it, but we've got a lot of more meat on the bone, and us being together is only going to be able to grab that.
Well, it's funny, too, because we had Jay Cronenworth on earlier. We're talking to the skipper, Mike Shildt, right now. We had Croney on, and Croney was talking about how since he started, he's like, it hasn't been real consistent. There's been a lot of churn, player-wise, coach-wise. It's something that he knows is important. You came in last year, helped establish a culture. Got to be a better feeling driving into Peoria, Arizona this year, knowing, all right, got a lot of these same guys back. The path continues to be the same. You've already kind of installed that. How do you reinforce it this year moving forward?
It's just a continual process. I mean, our culture is something that we don't ever take for granted. We're always going to be intentional about. The good news is we have a really, we're starting to go deeper. Now we can go wider with what we're doing. The players are really on board. The players have had a winning offseason. You mentioned Croney. Our staff's been in contact with all of our players consistently. This past week, guys have come early to work out. We virtually had almost the entire team here the last several days. At Camp 44 that Joe puts on, which is a big hit for the group. But having the guys come out willingly and with good attitudes in their off season earlier to FanFest to get ready and to connect with each other says a lot.
So we've had some fans come by and ask, so I'll just ask you directly. Give us your starting rotation, your opening day starter, your lineup, who's going to bat lead off, who do you have batting clean up this year? Just lay it all out for us right now.
I mean, let's go. Let's get this thing going.
If you didn't know, they've got some ideas for you as well.
Really? And you two,
not at all.
Nothing.
Not at all.
No opinions.
I already put Jackson. I got him in the third hole. I know that's a lot for a second-year player, but I got him moving up this year.
I think you're probably on to something. No, listen, I mean, we got a good nucleus coming back.
Yep.
Louie's been swinging the bat. He looks great.
Healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah, good.
A little stiffness, just what you would expect, but back, feeling good. What that guy did last year to win a batting title, and I mean, he barely could have feeling in his thumb.
Yeah.
And he was just grinding out. We just had a bunch of warriors. I mean, but yeah, I expect him to be towards the top of the lineup. And, Jackson's clearly going to have a good opportunity. And, good news is we got Toddy, we got Bogey, we got Manny, we got Crony. We signed Diaz back, which we're excited about. Campy's had a phenomenal offseason. So we're in a really good place. As far as rotation goes, I mean, Michael King looks fantastic. Darvish is Darvish. He looks great. Dylan Cease is in a really good spot, sporting a beard.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
He's got a good beard going.
Thicker hair, he had a big beard.
Good flow.
He looked good manning the fry station yesterday at Jack in the Box.
He did. He was working.
Yeah. They had Victor in the back making burgers. Yeah. That rotation, Vasquez had 20 starts for us last year. I mean, let's don't forget that. Those are big
20 starts, really?
20 starts.
I didn't even realize
think about it. Look, I mean, a consistent big league starter on a rotation is going to get 32 or 33.
Yeah.
Will you have guys like Adrian Morejon and Brian Hoeing maybe get a chance at spring training to stretch out? Are you going to look at options like that?
Yeah, I think we're going to stretch some guys out. I do expect Morejon really took a next step for us last year and has established himself to be a really nice bullpen piece for us. And I think that's a really good spot for him right now, is to go dominate in the left side part of our bullpen. Bullpens continues to be a strength of ours. You got Suarez, the Caballo at the end. Morejon looks fantastic. Hoeing, beautiful, came in. Really an understated piece.
Big time.
That AJ was add to the club, get out of the 6, grab the 7. So I think that's more of a role for Brian. And then you've got Yuki, I think, is going to really have a good year. The thing about Yuki, it's like, did he have? He actually had. If you look,
we were just talking about that.
We talked about it yesterday.
A couple bad outings, but pretty good year actually.
Homers, but like the second half, he had a 5% walk rate and a 34% strikeout rate.
Yeah,
gave up a few homers, but listen, it looks great. We had a good workout, so the bullpen. Jason Adam, I mean, listen,
nasty.
What are you going to say about that guy? He's nasty, right? He's lefties, doesn't matter. So a lot of good pieces down there.
No question. Talking to the skipper, Mike Shildt. So it's not an uncommon situation for a guy in your position to go into the season and say, well, we lost some guys. It happens to every single team. But replacing a guy like Jurickson Profar, not just numbers, but what he brings to clubhouse, what he does to opposing teams, gets in their head. I really had fun having him back last year, but he certainly deserved the money he got in Atlanta. He's going to be a thorn, forever, because that's just what he is. Is it a case for you where you ask other guys to maybe step up into that role, or does that just kind of come naturally to maybe some of the other leaders on the team?
I think it's a combination. I mean, listen, we're not going to excuse this. I mean, it'd be foolish for me to be able to look people in the eye and say, we miss Bro.
Of course.
We miss Kimmy.
Yep.
We miss Higgy. Solano was a big part of our club last year. The reality is, especially in a more of a modern game, it's just hard to keep your whole full club together. We do have a nucleus, you just mentioned, 15, 18 names.
Yeah.
Guys have been back for that continuity. And they're going to be missed. I'm not going to kid you. Pro's an absolute killer. And,
straight up.
Love him to death and wish him the best and just didn't work out. But, to your ultimate question, it's a combination of things. We know that the guys are going to have to carry the mail. They're ready. They're having a good offseason. They expected themselves to do it. We expect them to do it. We'll do it together. And then, but just like last year, we didn't sit here at a FanFest, but we did have our opportunities to discuss things before the start of the season, and we didn't have a center fielder. We didn't have a left fielder. We ended up having 2 Silver Sluggers in the outfield and three All-Stars. We didn't have, a rounded out rotation. Ended up getting Dylan and having 200 innings for us. So guys just going to have to step up. I mentioned Vasquez, Waldron, and who else? That's our job to help these guys take that next step.
I got about 15 more questions, but we got to save some for spring training when we see you later this month. We'll be out there, and I know you got something else to get to. All these fans want to say hi as well. So, Mike, it was great to see you, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Skipper
Appreciate
Mike Shildt,
Go
manager
Padres.
of the San Diego
Let's go.
Padres.
Come on, let's ride.
With us, he is ready.